Good afternoon, Thomas. Or
What
as,
up, though?
or as we say, bonjour, monsieur.
Salut, ça va?
Yeah, I don't know, that's it. I can say croissant and bonne nuit and merci. That's about it. That's all.
The most fun is jus au pamplemousse.
Oh, you're a grapefruit?
Yes, grapefruit juice.
Oh, I thought it said you're a grapefruit.
No, that would be tu es un pamplemousse. But that's the informal version because you're an old bag. So I'm just informally telling you that you
Bite me. Let's
are a
see. I
grapefruit.
gotta figure out how to get back here now. Son of a gun. Are you looking at my screen yet?
No, I'm looking at myself. I'll switch it so now I'm looking at you. You look like you're in
I don't
front of
know.
some amazing French architecture.
Hey, you know, I don't know if we were recording, but there was that artist, Ducoron.
Yep.
I found him, Thomas.
Did you really?
Yeah, he's actually a well-known artist from the 30s in France. He was a personal friend of this family, and they probably have 15 of his stuff, and it's pretty good stuff. So I don't know what the value is, but I suppose they'd notice if I stole it anyway. I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you that Karen wound up coming to France, even though
She came with you?
yeah, she did. And she cleans up pretty good.
Darn.
Yeah, that's
Who's
me
that?
going to my fancy party with my Karen
That's
here.
you?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I thought you said that you were wearing like a gown, some thrifted gown.
It is.
It looks like a shirt and pants. Sal. Do you know how you look really good? I ask Isabella this.
How? Well, you don't.
No one says anything.
Well, I have, I talk among yourselves while I go get my notepad here, but here it is.
So right here, I have Skippy. It's a brand of peanut butter. And as you can see here, I got the super chunk variety.
Yeah.
Now, anyone that eats creamy peanut butter should be euthanized because the texture and quality of crunchy peanut butter is so superior.
You and I agree on relatively few things, but I'm with you on that. Okay, my job here, other than attending a wedding and drinking way too much wine, was to find out about thrifting in France. And really, in my heart of my hearts, I thought, okay, I'm gonna come in here, find places to buy stuff. I even made arrangements for a couple extra suitcases because I was gonna find so much stuff, it was, gonna be embarrassing, and I'd take it back and become a millionaire. Well, what did you find out about Goodwill in France? Because there isn't a Goodwill that I can find.
So there's no Goodwill. So it really seems like the culture of thrifting, I guess what we would call reselling, is very much based, at least in the clothing world, on these vintage shops. And I think they're very tush about where they actually get these like clothes from. But it seems like most of the stores, you had this experience as well, that sell used clothing are the fancy vintage stores that we find here. So there's not any meat on the bone for someone who's selling stuff on eBay to make anything.
There really isn't. I went to the fanciest shopping strip. It's supposed to be the world's longest shopping strip. Let me show it to you. World's longest shopping strip in France, or they said the world, but I don't know. I don't know why the sound isn't there, but what I'm saying is that I wish I knew the brands to look for. I did wind up looking at a couple brands and I couldn't even find them. Or they were brands that were so exclusive. So they were, there was Hermes, which, you don't get any deals there. But you see that all the women were wearing high-waisted jeans. So anyway,
Yep, very similar to America.
that is the that's, nobody was wearing tights or anything like that. They're a little bit dressy when it goes to that. So I did that. And then oh, there we are. There's Karen again. And then I did go into a shoe store because I thought, okay, well, maybe I can really score some good deals on new shoes here. And I went into a store that looked almost exactly like Journeys or one of those.
Jordans. Got your Dunks. Got your Blazers. Your Air Maxes.
I could almost see that these are all around between 100 and 150 bucks for these
It's
shoes.
exactly the same price as America.
That's, well, I think that Nike probably controls that pretty closely.
Oh, you think so?
You think so? Yeah, I think probably. So anyway, I went, okay, well, crap, I'm not finding too many shoes. And you don't see anything there that is different than what we have, right?
No.
Whoever that guy is, I don't know who that writing is.
It's either Kobe or Carl Connie, but
I think it's anyway. All right, so let's leave that. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I can find some hats. I sell hats occasionally, and my hats, sometimes I'll sell for a, you know, a $50 hat, but more often they're in the, you know, $20 and under range. You know, if they're really something special, 35 maybe. So I looked at hats.
so this is
And it looks amazingly like our hats.
huge Yankee representation.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of New York shirts, just a whole bunch of New York shirts. I thought I had found some Hardee's. You know, I love Hardee's, but it was fake. I found some fake Hardee's. So then I thought, okay, well, enough of that. And today I went to a market, a small market in the little town of Lyburn, because it's a Sunday market. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I'm going to find some stuff here. So I'm sorry if some of this is sideways. I apologize, and I'll quit it if it looks sideways. But so in Lyburn, first of all, I found lovely fruits and stuff like that. So it's really like a real market. I just can't help looking at this stuff. It was so good. And you know, cheese is really cheap here too. I'm bringing back some neat cheese. See my finger up there? I'm learning to use the GoPro. So, all right, so let me stop that. And then I finally found some clothes, and I thought, aha. So she says, clothes, Lyburn, textiles, miscellaneous, thrift, clothes. And what I found was mostly new clothes. Again, my thumb. Oh, no, these are $4. This is most like ours. This is a $4. The pound and the dollar are really close, so just figure $4. And they were used, but they were in extremely good shape. I didn't see any stains, any pulls, any missing buttons, nothing. And then we get down to the jeans here. And this is US Freestar. Never heard of it. For $4 is what they're going for. Here's another one that says, I couldn't read that. This says Bershka. Have you ever heard of that, Thomas?
Nope.
Bershka, Bershka.
Nope.
And that's what's on the $4 table. They're nice jeans, but they're And this one says pull bear. There's a lot of Pullbear. And I've actually seen some pull bear here. But there were no name brands. What's that? Bershka again. So this was a $4 table. Now the market had opened at 6 and this was about 9 and the clothing guy still hadn't shown up. But I believe that there were vans unloading things and they looked like used clothes. So if I'd had more time, I would have come back later and looked. Some of the new clothes you had mentioned looked kind of, oh, there's a sweater. I love that sweater. But it's $20. There's not enough meat on that bone to. That's the one I wanted, my fish one, but new stuff. Yeah, it is cute, but I'm not at $20, you're not flipping it. So let me get out of this because that's about it. And then let me go to some more that I found and then we'll quit doing this silliness. Because I think they had lots of handbags and stuff, and frankly, they looked like they were Pakistani or something like that. So anyway, the consensus for this trip so far has been that if I were spending a month over here, I might look at their equivalent of, they do have an equivalent of Craigslist that my friend said everybody buys and sells on. They have garage sales and they seem to run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just like ours. But again, my timing was such that I couldn't attend them. So we now know that the thrift stores, the used clothes are sold at retail prices. There's not enough meat on the bone for flipping. And I believe that a larger flea market like the one I'm going to tomorrow will have more of the $4 a piece stuff. But again, I don't know if it's crap or not. So that'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it really seems like if you want to have success reselling clothing, I'm guessing probably reselling anything that's not brand new, you really have to have relationships set up. In France, in America, you can have no relationships, go to the thrift store and
would you think that maybe the relationships are going to be with Chinese guys or Pakistani guys who do that? I just don't see French people going to the bother of collecting a bunch of used clothes. They just aren't doing it.
It would be whoever takes that, deals with that world, because that world has to exist, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it just has to. I don't know how it's gathered, but it has to exist. You're probably dealing a lot more with liquidation if you're reselling in France. Just we saw all those retail stores. Something must happen with all the clothes that don't sell every season.
I know I ask, well, where do people go when they want cheap clothes? And I got a blank stare, and well, we go to the equivalent of Walmart.
Yeah.
So the conclusion is this is either a fantastic opportunity because there are a lot of used clothes going somewhere. Maybe they're going to other countries, or it's a crappy opportunity because the stuff's going to other countries. I don't know. I kind of have this feeling that there probably is a good, whether or not you have a buying public in France would be the other thing. Even if you could source it.
It seems like there's no interest. Is it legal to carry a bottle of wine around?
Absolutely. In fact, teenage boys are, you know what? They don't. They carry bottles of beer around. Wine.
Beer.
Yeah, beer.
Huh. Do they carry the sacks of wine instead? Like the Spanish?
No, I think it's because wine is, we're drinking wine all day and all night here. And it's just no big deal. So it's, what would you like to drink? Do you want some wine? Do you want some wine? Well, I'll take the wine. Thank you. And I'm bringing home a big fat thing of cheese. And I have officially made myself known as the faux gras whore, because I bought a jar of it and I'm eating it in the middle of the night with a spoon. I was afraid I couldn't fit into my dress, but I managed to. So anyway, I'll see what I can come up with tomorrow, and maybe we'll have a little bit of better information.
Sounds good. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
See you tomorrow.